Exploring the differences and similarities between the male and female brain is a fascinating topic that can provide valuable insights into how we think, feel, and interact with one another. Understanding these nuances can help foster better communication, empathy, and relationships between genders. Let's dive into some key aspects of the male and female brain, focusing on their structures, functions, and how these might influence behavior and thought processes. 1. Brain structure, size and volume. On average, male brains are about 10% larger in volume than female brains. However, this difference in size does not correlate with intelligence or cognitive abilities. The difference is more related to body size, and both brains function optimally for their respective sizes. Corpus callosum. This is the bundle of nerves connecting the two hemispheres of the brain. Some studies suggest that the corpus callosum is generally larger in females, which might contribute to better communication between the brain's hemispheres and more integrated thinking. Amygdala. The amygdala, responsible for processing emotions and threats, tends to be larger in males. This might explain why some studies suggest that men are more likely to respond quickly to threats or engage in riskier behavior. 2. Hormonal influences. Estrogen and progesterone. In females, these hormones play significant roles in regulating mood, memory, and social interactions. Estrogen, for example, enhances the growth of synapses in the hippocampus, which is critical for learning and memory. Testosterone. In males, testosterone influences areas of the brain related to aggression, competitiveness, and sexual behavior. It also affects spatial abilities, with some studies suggesting that higher levels of testosterone are linked to better performance in tasks requiring spatial awareness. Habit 3. Cognitive and emotional processing. Language and communication. Studies often show that females tend to excel in verbal tasks and are generally more proficient in language and communication. This could be due to more active engagement of the language centers in the female brain. Emotional regulation. While both genders experience emotions, females are often more attuned to emotional nuances, possibly due to differences in brain regions like the insula, which is involved in empathy and emotional awareness. Problem solving. Males often show a preference for more focused, task-oriented problem solving, relying on brain regions associated with spatial processing and analytical thinking. Females may approach problem solving more holistically, integrating emotional and social information. 4. Social behavior and empathy. Empathy and social connection. Females often exhibit higher levels of empathy and social bonding, which might be linked to brain regions like the anterior cingulate cortex and mirror neuron systems, which are involved in understanding others' emotions and intentions. Social hierarchy and competition. Males might be more inclined towards establishing social hierarchies and competition, which can be traced to differences in brain regions like the prefrontal cortex and amygdala, influencing behavior in social contexts. 5. Stress response. Fight or flight versus tend and befriend. Males typically exhibit a fight or flight response to stress, which involves the release of adrenaline and testosterone, preparing the body for action. Females, on the other hand, might exhibit a tend and befriend response, where they seek social support and nurturing behaviors in stressful situations, influenced by oxytocin and estrogen. 6. Memory and learning. Verbal versus spatial memory. Females often excel in verbal memory tasks, while males may perform better in tasks that require spatial memory. These differences can be attributed to varying levels of activity in the hippocampus and other related brain structures. Multitasking versus focused tasking. Multitasking. There is a common belief that females are better at multitasking, possibly due to more integrated communication between brain hemispheres. This might allow for better juggling of multiple tasks that require different types of processing. Focused tasking. Males might be more inclined towards single task focus, often excelling in tasks that require deep concentration and sustained attention on one specific goal. Conclusion. Understanding the male and female brain from a comparative perspective allows us to appreciate the unique strengths and differences that each gender brings to the table. These differences are not about superiority, but about complementary ways of thinking and behaving that, when understood, can lead to better communication, collaboration, and relationships. This exploration of brain differences also emphasizes that while biological factors play a role, social, cultural, and individual experiences significantly shape how we think, feel, and act. By understanding these nuances, we can foster greater empathy, reduce misunderstandings, and build stronger connections across genders.